So because we're rounding up the year, I thought I'll do a top 20 of 2020 for $15, like size doesn't matter. Honestly, halfway through I wanted to give up. Definitely a favourite new experience in 2020. Those are my 5 favourite new experiences. Now here are 5 of my favourite shared experiences in 2020. I think the number 1 thing was, you know, because we were in circuit breaker, quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it in Singapore, for 60 days, guys, right? And it was amazing because during this time I got to know a bunch of girls, and we actually did the insanity workout every day together for 60 days. I kid you not, like, it not only kept me sane, it kept me fit, and yeah, I mean, to answer everyone's, I think a lot of people ask me, did I put on weight during the circuit breaker? I didn't. It kept me sane, it kept me fit, but it really kept me going because it was like a routine. Every morning at 8:30, I would switch on the TV and I would work out here with these girls, and it was like, I think a bunch of 9 of us. I think it was about 9 of us. 10 of us, 9 to 10 of us. Not everyone would be able to make it every day. Sometimes some people have calls, or sometimes we will wake up late or whatever. But just knowing that every day I would wake up and have this chance and opportunity to work out with these girls would keep me going, and make sure that I would wake up at 8 o'clock rather than just wallowing and, I don't know, getting depressed and all that. It really kept my spirits up and kept my mood up, and it was a great shared experience because I've never even met some of these girls. Some of them are friends, and it's funny because after the circuit breaker we actually met up, and we are actually still in contact on WhatsApp and stuff. But you know, it's like how they say some people come into your life for a reason, some people come into your life for a season. It was like we were all just meant to be there to support each other that period, and just a very nice positive vibe in the group. I don't know, like, I'm just so thankful for that shared experience. It was really one of those things that I will always remember, and I will remember 2020 by. Wow, I feel so emo talking about all this. I don't think we ever need another circuit breaker, just saying. But yeah, I mean, that was definitely one of those shared experiences that were really, really, really special. Okay, the other shared experience was starting to do family dinners once again. So my family is really close, especially I'm very close to my parents. I don't see my brothers as often because my older brother doesn't live at home. I don't live with my parents as well. And my younger brother, I don't know, he keeps different hours from the rest of us. So I just never really made an effort, I guess, with my brothers. But, you know, I guess, like, 2020 was a funny year, but it was a reminder to spend more time with people who matter. And so we just started spontaneously. Like, I think it started with me being kind of depressed or getting there, and my mom was like, why don't you guys all come over for dinner? So we started out with dinners, and then I think we all really enjoyed it. And then my mom was like, why don't we do this every week? And I was like, yeah, why don't we? I mean, I know, like, this sounds weird to many of you who have family dinners. I know it's a very Asian thing to do, like to have a weekly family dinner. But my family, we've just not. It's funny because we're close, but it's almost like we never needed that structure to be close. Yeah, I guess that's it. And the other thing is, I think most of the members in my family, except my mom, we're just not very structured people in that way. Like, even like the sort of work we've always chosen to do has always been a bit more freelance, you know, not being tied to a schedule. So I think it's for these reasons that we never had a set scheduled family dinner like a lot of families. Like, they're like, okay, Sunday 6 p.m. is dinner, right? We've never had that. But it's kind of nice because it's spontaneous. And I know friends who, when we were younger, they say, I gotta go back for family dinner, so sian. You know, I've never had that. I've never felt forced to go back for dinner. Every time I go back to my parents, it's just because I want to, right? And I see them at least once, if not 2 to 3 times a week. It helps that we stay quite close by, but it's just a matter of making time and just wanting to spend time with them, I guess. But it's nice because we started doing these regular dinners, but true to my family's unstructured ways, there's no pressure, and there's no set day, and there's no set time either. But it's roughly like either a Saturday or Sunday, and usually it's up to my schedule because I usually have the most stuff on, and I'll just text and say like, hey guys, can we do dinner Saturday this week? And everyone's like, yeah, okay. And then roughly the time is about 8ish, plus minus, so it's always kind of like loose. And then even the food, it's never set. Like, sometimes if I'm blessed enough to be gifted with food from someone, I will be like, okay, I'll settle dinner this week. Or else I will just buy something, or my brother will buy something, or my dad will buy something, or my dad will cook something. It's always very random, and it's very spontaneous, which I really like. Like, sometimes we have Jollibee because my brother decides to buy it. Sometimes we have like Northern Chinese food because you know, my brother decides to buy it or whatever, and it's kind of random and kind of nice. So that's definitely one of my favorite shared experiences in 2020 that I hope to carry forward into 2021. Okay, the other favorite shared experience was recently we took a staycation at the W Hotel. It was really nice, just spending time with family and having everyone just hang out. And then after that, like on the very last day, it was just my parents and I. Yeah, it was kind of nice just spending time with them by the pool. My parents are not pool people. They said they're fully clothed, like not in bathing suits at all. And my dad even helped me take some really nice photos. I was like, hey, do you mind if you just help me snap a few shots? He's like, yeah. It's quite funny. But it was just nice. It was just a nice, I guess, reminder. 2020 has been a good time to remember what really is important to me. I mean, it's funny because family has always been important to me. It's never been like such that I've neglected them or not seen them, but it's funny because even I could get a reminder of that. I'm sure like everyone, you know, would feel the same. Like, I hope everyone feels the same, like to cherish the people who are closest to them. So that was really nice. Another favorite shared experience was recently I went wake surfing and I saw like a beautiful rainbow, like it spread all the way, and then there was a shot I managed to catch like the bank and I could see the whole rainbow there. It was just beautiful. And when I was wake surfing, you could see the rainbow behind me. When the bestie was wake surfing, I could see the rainbow behind her, and it was just a nice shared experience with her, the boat guy Jim and myself. And I don't know, something I would just remember. It's just quite pretty and very, very amazing. The last shared experience, I think for 2020, that was one of my favorites. By the way, this list was really hard to curate because there's so many experiences that I had in 2020. I really had to pick the best of the best. So this was doing the coast to coast trail. I actually did it twice, my goodness. And I really enjoyed both times. So the first time I did it was on skates and it was really impromptu. Like we only decided like, I think the night before. My two friends, a little bit unprepared. I didn't know that they both are not great at breaking downhill. Yeah, so it's quite funny because they both have so much guts, you know, like I think both of them are not used to street skating as much. So they're not used to, like, you know, on the street you just get a lot more random obstacles compared to like a long straight road, and both of them are great on a long straight road. In fact, they're quite fast. But then this is like street skating, so like there are funny pavements and bumpy roads and like steep slopes, and they were such troopers. Like sometimes they would just walk on grass, right? They'd be like, okay, this is just too like difficult, let's just walk on grass. And I would just, they even said grass is our friend. I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. There was one point where we had to go down a steep slope on Gerald Drive and it was wet, so I told them don't try to brake, because if you try to brake when it's wet you might skid. The only thing you can hope for is to go straight. And I was praying so much that there wouldn't be a car. Yeah, but we got through, and we even got through despite the rain. It was a really fun experience. And then I did it again with another group of friends, my climbing friends, because we can't go to climb the mountains this year. We decided to do coast to coast on foot. And yeah, it was really quite shag, really hot. I like the skating one where we got caught in like a major downpour. We didn't get caught in the rain, but it was really, whoa, it was really quite an experience. I felt exhilarated. I just felt acceleration and exuberance at the end of it. I think my friends were really tired. But you can see my previous videos on both of these, especially the one where I walked. Yeah. It was really fun. I mean, it was nice because I think when you do these things, you must do them with friends that you really can chat with, get along with, and people who, I guess, just have the same attitude as you. Like, you know, you can't do it with friends who are very fussy about things, you know, because you're in the outdoors and things won't go your way. Sometimes you have to take off your skates and walk on the grass, like with my friends. You know, sometimes you just have to roll with it, like whatever it is, you get lost or whatever. So you want to be with people who feel the same, you know, who just roll with it, who make the most out of it. You know, you don't want to go with people who are whiny or complaining or negative. My top tip. So I enjoyed both of these, and yeah, definitely some of my favorite experiences in 2020. Here are my top 5 new places that I discovered or started hanging out at in 2020. So one of these is SUNGEI BULOH, and SUNGEI BULOH is not new, but I just never made the time to go there. I stay in the east. It's a really, really long journey there, and I went there like, I think at least 4 times this year, right? So it was one of those things that I think I've always liked nature, but not being able to travel, I just started to really look for pockets of nature in Singapore, and Sungai Buloh, I heard from a bunch of people, is one of the places that is very picturesque and one of the more wild places where you get to really see migratory birds, you get to see like, I guess, wildlife, right? So when I was there, I actually saw crocodiles, I saw huge monitor lizards, I saw all manner of like interesting migratory birds, and every time I went back I would see different sort of creatures. I even convinced Andy to film the catch up there, which we did, although in the rain. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed Sungai Buloh, and it's one of the places that I don't think I would have gone to if the world didn't turn as topsy-turvy as it did, because I'd probably go off to some other country and climb a mountain. This year I was supposed to climb Kilimanjaro, but yeah, instead I discovered like Sungai Buloh and a few other like cool nature spots, like Tampines Eco Green is one of them, you know, PASIR's Mangrove is another. These are places that I really enjoyed going to in 2020. Somewhere else I went to for the first time in 2020 is the SEA Aquarium, and I fell in love. I never knew I was into fish. Honestly, I've never been a fish person. My dad is, but I don't know, when I went there, like, I was just so awed by the sheer amounts and like variety of fish that we got to see. It was really amazing, from the like trippy jellyfish displays to the alligator snapping turtle displays to the like some of the endangered species of fish, hammerhead sharks. We got to see like the whole shark aquarium. I got to see a nurse shark, which is actually so peaceful. Yeah, I really enjoyed the experience so much. And then to add on to that, like, I went for aqua gastronomy, which is held in the aquarium, and I also went on happily to host a live stream for RWS, so it all kind of came together, and it's made me such a fan of the place. If you can be a friend of the aquarium, I'm there, man. And the other thing that was part of the aquarium is the dolphin encounter. Now, I know people have different views about this, like you shouldn't keep them in captivity. To be honest, I'm kind of mixed on this. Like, I feel like of course, you don't want to keep them in captivity, but you also want people to be educated on them, and you want to be able to have a safe place for them to breed and to be happy, and they seem really happy there. At least that was my not very informed opinion of it. Like, so I'm very open to hearing what you have to say about the dolphins at Dolphin Island. But I really enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed being up close to the dolphins, hugging the dolphin, feeling them. And I never knew that they really like to be petted, like they like to be tickled and stroked, just like puppies. Yeah, I guess they are mammals in that sense, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that was really quite a magical experience for me. So like I said, if there's a friend of an aquarium thing, I'm there, man. Okay, the other place that I really liked was this clip and climb. So they have one at Tampines, our Tampines hub, and it's like rock climbing but beginner level, and it's like fun, because I like rock climbing but I've never been serious about the sport. So if you're a serious climber, I'd say this is probably not for you, but for someone who just enjoys the movement of climbing, it's kind of fun. It's fun for kids too. You have like challenges, you know, the walls are kind of cute. It's like I said, it's like climbing but really not as serious. Like, you don't even need climbing shoes, just normal sport shoes are fine. I don't know, I just had so much fun there, and the staff at our Tampines Hub Clip and Climb was so friendly. They really made my day. They were very helpful and very friendly, and I also met two other ladies who were there, and they were also so friendly. I don't know, it's just a nice vibe. So I went like quite soon after they reopened, after the circuit breaker, and I had a great time. I plan to go to the one in Khatib. If you guys been, drop me a note below and let me know if it's worth going to. That one looks like even bigger and even more fun. From fish to turtles, another place I really liked and discovered in 2020 is the Live Turtle and Tortoise Museum, and that's at Otto, which is at Yishun. So I have an entire separate video just on that. Please go watch it. I just enjoyed playing with the turtles, the tortoises. I just never knew there was such a place in Singapore. I have never been a fish person, but I've always known that I like turtles and terrapins. So this was like a dream come true for me, to see all these little ones, turds all over, and they let them roam freely in the space. It's really quite cool. Like, it's like almost like a playground. I remember I walked in and I didn't see this big guy, this big, like, just walking around until he started following me because I had food. Amazing. Go see it if you haven't. And my final favorite new place, okay, I'm kind of cheating, it's like places, are some of the very cool playgrounds we have in Singapore. So I discovered these before the circuit breaker, like earlier part of the year. I just started going to all these playgrounds because I was looking for locations for Andy and I to shoot the catch up. And then for some reason, it ended up at a lot of different playgrounds, random spaces like Fort Canning has random swings and random like fun playground-ish thingies. The side of Fort Canning that is nearer to where Central is has some. The Admiralty has a very cool playground with a gigantic swing. Woodlands has like this huge slide playground thingy. East Coast has another one with a huge slide. Just I've enjoyed going to all these playgrounds. And before the circuit breaker, they were actually quite quiet, but I guess since the country has opened up again and I think parents just want to find places to bring their kids, it's actually really busy these days. So because it's really busy, I don't want to be an adult like, you know, kind of taking away the kids' facilities. But when it gets quieter again, I'll go back. But I'll say if you have kids, definitely please take the effort to bring them to playgrounds. Like I really, you know, especially after hanging out with kids a bit more, after my kids' camp, I feel so sad that kids don't get out and about as much. I have friends whose kids are not even used to playing in playgrounds because they just don't have the experience. With my 3-year-old niece, I try to bring her to the playground whenever I can, so does my mom, and I encourage her to go down the big slides and not be scared. And I think my mom's a bit upset like sometimes that obviously when you play in a playground you're a bit dirty, but you know, you can wash their clothes, you can shower them, they can be cleaned up. Please like just bring your kids to these places and let them be kids. Okay, so that was a really long video. But that's my top 20 of 2020. My top 20 things, new experiences, shared experiences, and new places that I found. Please drop me a line in the comment box below to let me know what your favorite 20 things in 2020 were, or just some of your favorite things, what they were. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it as well. Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. Share the video with your friends to inspire them maybe to start thinking about their top 20. And I'll catch you soon on Instagram and on Facebook. Season's greetings and get ready for the new year, guys.